Hi, in the last video presentation, I was speaking about the Venus. I was speaking about the split of the sun and the moon and how important it is for us to know that the source of all our negative desires actually comes from this day, comes from the first day of Tishrei. Now, if we talk about the Tishrei, if we talk about the Venus, if we talk about the Ozin and Libra, you should also know that Libra means the ear. And there is a materialistic ear and there is also a spiritual ear. And our responsibility is to so-called make the connection between these two ears in order to get whatever is possible, whatever we can actually desire for another 12 months. This is what we need. This is what we are responsible for. If we are feeling that we are not responsible for whatever happened for the past 12 months, and we are not paying attention to our desires, negative desires, then we will not be able to bring these witnesses to the court, and the prosecutor will proceed the hearing. And what then? We don't want that. We don't want the prosecutor take with him and brings with him all these witnesses in front of the judge. We don't want that. All what we want is just to focus on the hearing, have our lawyer on our side and the best possible friends and witnesses who would stand by our side. So, in this video presentation, I will actually share with you how we could build up what we can do so that the witnesses from the side of prosecutor will never arrive. Perhaps on one occasion or two occasions, if you know, you have heard the shofar blowing. The shofar blowing. Now, if we just see this shofar blowing, and it may look a little bit strange or odd or weird to you, it's religion. It is. Because it doesn't make any sense if we don't know what it is for, and we just listen to this sound. That's it. It's only sound. And nothing changes in our life. But if we know that this sound actually goes upload to all cosmos, to every single space and place in the cosmos, and actually transform, split from us, from this ego stuff, all from these desires, these bad desires, these selfish desires, because this is what the sound actually does. This sound connects our ear from our materialistic point of view from this earth and connects with the ear which is in the consciousness, so-called Bina. This sound actually gives us the connection to it. What does this mean? If we are connected to something that is amazing like the sun, it means that we have nothing to do, we could say, with the ego, with the prosecutor, with the witnesses, with everything what we have done since the fourth day of creation. This is so important because then these witnesses will never arrive. If we hear the shofar and during this hearing, the blowing of the shofar and listening, this is what I meant, we are just thinking about something which is positive in these three aspects of our life, like money, financial success, relationship, and the health, then for the next 12 months, it's huge possibility that it will happen. This is, of course, just a little bit of information I can share with you because there is much more details. But if you are requested, or if you requested us and write to us, we will send you the voices. We will send you the shofar blowing. You can hear it during these 2 days. And make sure that you will connect with Bina. This is what is so important. Now, why there is this court, this hearing is for 2 days? Why is it not only 1 day? Because all these negative desires we can have, it's 365, as it is days in the year. Now, every single desire is divided into two negative desires. More, the harder one, and the less. So when we talk about cheating, when we talk about lying, killing, when we talk about selling people and kidnapping them, of course, in a different kind of way, that's the hard stuff. But how do we know whether or not if we, let's say, consciously or half consciously or not consciously, we stole something from someone? We could tend to think that this person is okay, it's wealthy, it's nothing for her or him or them. But what if it is opposite? If this is huge suffering for these people? So therefore we could say, well, I'm not interested in the second day, but maybe actually the first day and the second day are so important, because on the first day of Rosh Hashanah we are dealing with this heavy stuff. On the second day of Rosh Hashanah, it's just a little bit of light, right, from the moon. We just see a little bit like the banana, we just the shade of it. We could see a little bit of light. Now, so we say, well, this lovey-dovey stuff, you know, it's nothing for us. We shouldn't be responsible and really pay attention to it. But as I said, we never know what we have done. Therefore, we should pay attention to these 2 days. To these 2 days, the first day, and we should also arrive with our witnesses on the second day as well. So we will send you all the shofar blowing, and if you can, listen to it, connect with the positive thinking, and this is what you can do. Because otherwise, we will not make the connection, and otherwise, we will not change our life for another 12 months in these 3 areas. Now, what we can do to bring with us our witnesses? Of course, if we called our friends on the day of the hearing, have you got some spare time to come over and be my witness? What they will say, man, I am already busy, right? So we need to look for them right now. So what can we do? We should pay focus to all our negative desires, negative thinking, negative thoughts and action we have done and we have been doing for the past 12 months. Whether we enjoy it or not, but be honest, be frank with yourself. And if you see and if you admit, regardless whatever you really are able to admit to yourself, but if you are, now do everything what is in your power to change that. Maybe you cannot, just basically go and talk to these people, who knows? But to rest of your action, to rest of your ideas for the next 20 days, let's say, do it. Rosh Hashanah, it's on the 30th of September and the 1st of October. Then there is another 10 days. We have still time to build up these witnesses. So pay attention to all the desires, to all the thoughts we have been doing in a negative way, in a selfish way, and try to transform them. Do everything what is in your power to transform it. And then what will happen? We are actually building, by doing this, by sharing, by giving, by saying no to pleasure stuff, we are building our witnesses. And this is what we need. This is what we need for this hearing during Rosh Hashanah. So I hope I splitted this information to 3 sets of video recordings, and I really sincerely hope that this video presentation give you some food for thought. It's not about the blowing in the shofar, it's not about being in a funny place, it's about the hearing in the court, because our courts, our life, it's just the reflection, like everything in our life here. If you look at it, every single action we do here is just the reflection of the law, nature's law, like sun rising, sun setting, recurring of planets, everything, it's just already there. Everything what we see here and we do is just the effect of this. So if you prepare yourself, do whatever you can to be there, to listen, to share, to give till then, and after another 10 days after Rosh Hashanah, because there would be sharing from the Bina for the energy for another 12 months. And this is what I wish you, and this is what I wish you could have and feel fulfilled and have everything, whatever you desire actually. This is what I wish you, and hope you will take advantage of it. You will take the steps towards this happiness and do everything what is in your power. All the best.